it is time now to talk property, thanks to our partners DJ Gardner. There's been a shake-up in the Millionaires Club. The average house price in more than 100 suburbs has lifted to $1 million or more over the last 5 years. One Roof editor Owen Vaughan has been digging into the latest figures and joins us this morning. Owen, good morning.
Good morning.
So, who are all these, which millionaires are you going to crown this morning?
Oh, whenever I see $1 million, I think of that Austin Powers movie and the guy who goes like that. $1 million is not what it used to be.
No.
I mean, I remember when I was growing up, $1 million was like, whoa, you're kind of like mega rich. Whereas most of us, kind of, by the fact of where we live and how much we've spent on our property and how much it's grown in value, are probably sitting in that $1 million club, although our bank balances probably don't reflect that. So look, we looked at how many suburbs kind of crossed into that $1 million club. That means kind of where properties have an average property value of more than $1 million. And we've seen more than around about 130 suburbs in the last 5 years have gone into that club and have stayed there. And that means that for those people who have homes there, their homes are worth more than $1 million. For people trying to break in those suburbs, that's a big ask, but it just shows you that even with that slump, there's still momentum in the property market.
And we're looking at this graph here, most of the new ones coming from Canterbury, Waikato, Bay of Plenty. Yeah,
so look, Canterbury's seen a huge lift in its property market post-COVID. It's seen more growth than, say, Wellington or Auckland. It's where kind of the heat is in the property market. So a lot of suburbs there. I think the biggest leap in Canterbury was in Craycroft, and that saw a jump of more than $500,000 in the last 5 years. So that's quite a lot of money to see your house go up in value. We also saw kind of big leaps in value in properties in Queenstown Lakes, as you'd expect. That's the most expensive part of the country. But places like Cardrona, where kind of the famous hotel is, that's jumped into the $1 million club. Quite a few suburbs in Queenstown Lakes have jumped into the $2 million and $3 million club. That's now rarefied air in the property market, but a lot more suburbs are seeing houses trade for prices well above kind of $3 million, which kind of at that part of the market is just stunning.
It is stunning, but how much of this comes down to the types of properties that are in these areas, big homes or estates, as opposed to you might have a whole bunch of apartments that skew in a suburb, right?
Yeah, look, some of the kind of the suburbs that have dropped out of the $1 million club in the last 5 years have seen more townhouses and apartment dwellings. I think, so back in the peak of the market, you saw kind of suburbs like Otara in South Auckland, houses were trading for more than $1 million there. So kind of it's not just kind of whether it's a townhouse or it's a big country estate. Kind of some of it is due to with development land, so people can find themselves in a state house, but because it's got development potential, that house is worth more than $1 million or more than $2 million. So yeah, house type does come into it, but we're also seeing kind of location is a big driver of that. In places like Canterbury, where kind of there is heat in the property market, much of it driven by the fact that Canterbury's market was flat before COVID, so people saw there was a lot of value there. That's kind of gone up in value.
Right, let's get to the house of the week, and this week is a doozy.
This is a stunner.
I can't wait to see all this. Have we got a video? Photos, come on.
Just pictures.
Oh, but it's
man,
beautiful.
It's a big house.
Where is this?
It is in St Heliers. It's Kohimarama, and it is the house that broke the $10 million mark. That was in 2002. So before 2002, no house in New Zealand had sold for above $10 million.
Wow.
This is the house that did it, and now it's back on the market 24 years later. It is a monster house. It's over 2,000 square meters. So that's 20 times the size of a typical New Zealand house. It's got 8 bedrooms, a billiards room, 12-car garaging, a lift. It's got an indoor and an outdoor pool. It is flipping sizable. And it's on the market with a price indication of around about $20 million.
Who owns it? Do you know?
Kind of not a private individual. They
Right.
kind of, no, the agent has told
Someone
us that
very
they're
rich.
kind of like very rich, but likes to keep out the public eye. But now they've put their house on the market. Funnily enough, this house could be bought. So somebody could spend $20 million on this and just flatten the lot. They could put kind of 20 or odd townhouses on it, or they could build an even more spectacular house than what's there. It is a bit dated. It was built.
It does look it, doesn't it?
It was built in the 90s. Built by a rich lister, Paul Hulich, I think is his name, and it sold to kind of the current vendor in 2002. They haven't done a hell of a lot to it. We got a tour of it about a couple of weeks ago, but the size of it is just wow.
I suppose you pay that much for it, you probably haven't got much left over to do renovations, maybe.
Well, you're spending most of your life dusting.
Yeah, true. Owen, thank you for that. Nice to see you as always. Owen Vaughan, One Roof editor. This thanks to our partners, GJ Gardner.